Hey guys, I hope you're having a great week. This week was Chapter 5 in the Bill Martin Jr. Picture Book Award. And for that, I chose Piggie Pie by Margie Palatini and illustrated by Howard Fine. Here's the illustration cover. This story is about a witch named Gritch who is hungry and looking for something to eat. And she's looking for something special to eat, so she goes through her cookbook and finds the recipe for Piggie Pie. She goes through and finds all of her ingredients in her cupboard and notices that she doesn't have 8 plump porkers or piggies. So she goes on a search and looks through the newspaper for an ad and finds Old MacDonald's farm ad and decides that's where she needs to go to find her pigs. And she flies over the farm and the pigs see her coming, and they all decide that they're gonna disguise themselves as different farm animals. And Gritch lands and just says, hey, there were a bunch of pigs here, now there aren't, and asks the duck where are all the pigs gone, and they quack quack here and quack quack there and tell her that there are no piggies here. And she talks to the cow, and the cow moos and says the same thing. And she talks to Old MacDonald, and he says, there are no piggies here. And at the end of the story, the big bad wolf says, you know, pigs are really kind of tricky, so we should find something else to eat. And Gritch decides that's a good idea. I have a wolf here that's relatively meaty. So at the end of the story, there aren't necessarily words, but pictures that describe that both the wolf and Gritch are going to eat each other for lunch. So that kind of leads towards the end of the story. This story is great to read for kids because it has a theme of anything's possible if you're creative enough, and creativity can guide you in very strange and great places. Another theme is that even if you're afraid of something, you need to overcome it and find a way to rise above it, which they do by becoming different animals in the story. So chapter 5, we learned a lot about what makes a good picture book and things that you should look for in a high quality picture book. And the first picture I want to share is this one. It's Gritch throwing a fit that she has a problem. She doesn't have 8 piggies to finish her piggie pie. So this really demonstrates how text is related in the picture. You can see her throwing a fit. So I thought this was really important. The book is done in pastel paints, so vivid colors and really great detail. The next page that I found really interesting was this page. There are no words. So this is great for kids to kind of have a conversation of, what are these pigs doing? What are they trying to accomplish? I don't know how well you can see it, but the pigs are getting in their costumes to hide from Gritch. So you can make a lot of inferences based off the pictures, and not having text to a picture really lets kids practice their imaginations and their linguistic skills when you're having conversations about the pictures and things like that. The next page, which I wanted to share, was this page here. Gritch talking to chickens here, and I'm just going to read it real quick to show you what I'm talking about here. So she tried the barnyard, where she stopped a chicken in its tracks. Okay, bird brain, where are the piggies? I need 8 plump piggies for piggie pie. The chicken cluck cluck here, it cluck cluck there. Here it clucked, there it clucked, everywhere it cluck clucked. No piggies. So that really demonstrates repetition of sound, rhyme, rhythm, hyperboles, and alliteration just in that little clip there. And the whole book is like that. So that is a great aspect to this book. Here's another picture that I really liked. you can really see her frustration or anger by her posture in the story, and then you can see the pigs and their creativity in becoming Old MacDonald. So I thought that was kind of a cute picture, and it really matches the words in the story that's happening. So that was a great picture that I found. And then here is what I talked about at the end, how you have an illustration in the illustration of what they think is going to happen or what they're each planning. There are very few words, and there's not the exact word saying that the witch is planning to eat the wolf in a wolf sandwich and the wolf is planning to eat Gritch in a Gritch sandwich. So there's a lot of inferences that can be made by anybody that reads the story, so it's really cute. And another thing that I liked about this book was that it references 3 different stories that a lot of people already know, or can reference to. Gritch, the witch, can be referenced or looked at from The Wizard of Oz, the 3 little pigs with the pigs and the wolf, and then Old MacDonald with the great song that Old MacDonald had a farm. So a lot of kids already know those kind of stories, and then to relate them into one story is really kind of interesting and important, I think, when it comes to regards to children's literature. So this book really does highlight what we learned in chapter 5, and I really enjoyed reading it. So I hope you guys all have a great week.